It all started back in the 1990s at Carrabba's Italian Grill.
I was working for Carrabba's and I was opening my first restaurant, and Joel came for a couple of days. He came in to help, and I remember him standing at the end of the pasta bar, and I said to my now best friend, River, I said, River, that's the kind of guy right there I want to marry.
At that time, I was a kitchen manager, and when I went to that opening, I'm in a position where I'm talking to people, and that makes you look much better than you really are, so I think that helped me out.
Might have helped.
Some 10 years later, Holly and Joel did marry. Holly continued with Carrabba's for 17 years, and today, Joel is Carrabba's Vice President for Research and Development. Growing up thousands of miles apart, Holly in Richmond, Virginia, and Joel in Sarasota, Florida, they shared two things in common. They both were raised by just one parent, and both of their lives were positively influenced by their bigs. This is their story.
My mom was divorced from my father when she was pregnant with me, so I never had a father figure around. So I had to emulate my brothers and sister. My sister really did most of the raising because mom was gone. She had to put food on the table.
My mom passed away when I was 7 years old of cervical cancer. So my dad was left with 3 girls. Didn't really know what to do with us. So I think somebody at work recommended Big Brother, Big Sister program to him, and when I was 9 years old, so about 2 years after my mom had passed, we entered into the program, and me and my 2 sisters all got bigs.
I do remember when my mom signed us up, and I called her the other day just to make sure I was remembering properly. And my mom did it without talking to us. She just knew, there had to be a father figure around. 3 boys terrorizing the house, and my poor sister, who's the oldest, was taking the brunt of it. My big brother, Russ, would come around, and I got to know Russ on a personal level.
My big sister, her name was Ann Spite. She meant everything well. She came from a very good place. I was not really sure where to come from, and very, very shy and introverted. So I wasn't. It took me a long time, I think, to open up to her. I remember her taking me bra shopping for the first time. As a child, I don't know if you realize, you think about having your mom, when you get married, or having your mom when you graduate, until you're at those moments. And then, that day when I remember needing to go bra shopping, I thought, wow, how am I going to tell my dad? And I was all of a sudden stressed out about it. And Ann really helped me navigate that world.
So I met Russ's father, and Russ's father would always make these trinkets and these puzzles that you would work with your hands. He sat me down and put this box of puzzles in front of me, and I figured them all out in one day. So he couldn't believe it, I couldn't believe it, but that positive reinforcement, I really struggled in school. I was really bad in school. I didn't reach out for very many people, but that positive reinforcement really changed the direction of my life.
Through my whole life, I've always genuinely wanted to help people and take care of people, and she really was a perfect match in the fact that she was exactly who I wanted to be.
What would I tell Russ? Really, thanks. Thanks for taking the time. You have, special teachers growing up, but unfortunately you're not with those teachers very long. They're 1 year, and they're maybe an hour or 2 a day, and so to be able to have that long lifetime effect is challenging, but yeah.
I think that my mom definitely had a part in sending her there and knowing that my father would need help. And I think we all got exactly what we needed. And I almost feel like she sent her. She was a gift from heaven.